Welcome back to the Better Way to Getaway. We have a bit of a new design of a bunk van for Crusader, which is pretty cool. So let's go through it. Let's have a look. Let's have a walk through it. So come on in and check this out. Ha! You're in there, I'm out here, but I was in there, you're out here. How'd that happen? We've got a special one, guys. Check this out. A two-door Palace. All right, guys, so here we go. We got the Palace. There's a bit of a thing here. I'm trying to bring a new name called the Palace X2 because there's two doors, but we'll see if it sticks. So if you're buying one, anywhere in Australia, say, I'm getting the Palace X2 and see if it sticks. There we go. We're starting a trend with Crusader. So if we go through everything, features that we get on our Crusaders, our Musketeers, so they're the standard features, but we will go through them because they're exciting and it's top of the edge stuff, which is awesome. So we've got chassis, everyone has a chassis, but we got 6-inch chassis. All right. Now there's something very special coming on that. It might already be out by this time. We're gonna have a chassis factory walkthrough. Okay, it's something so cool. And you'll see the difference of how we do our chassis and why we do them like we do it. So 6-inch A-frame, our A-frames again, go right back to where the axles are. So we get a lot more penetration with other welds, a lot stronger of a chassis. And then our chassis themselves are 6-inch chassis the whole way through. Australian steel, Australian made, and when you see the processes in that factory, there's nothing that comes close to it. So, normal, we got a ball at the front, all right, a ball hitch, we have an Anderson plug, we have a 12-pin plug. Then the Anderson's charging the battery as you drive, so DC to DC charger is built into this, and we'll go through that. We've got our brake safe in there, jockey wheel, and a tap on the outside. Through here, we got a barbecue slide, and then on the other side, we have our two 9-kilogram or 8.5-kilogram gas bottles. So this slide's awesome once I pull it out. All right, so we got it there. That gives us, your barbie can slide out. You can pull that off. You can put it somewhere. You can even cook on there if you want. All right. Nice door. Great thing with this is it's out of the caravan. So if we, why do we want it out the caravan? You think of how smelly and greasy a barbecue is, all right? That is the beauty of that, it's completely out the way. As we come through, we got a gas bayonet. So plug your barbie on that, off you go. Massive tunnel boot, the whole way through. Check out the size of that. Really, I mean, this one's a 2-bunk van, but you could say it's a 3-bunk with how much room's in there. Shove them under there, lock them up, you don't have to worry. And then we have a massive awning. So on the Palace X2, it's around a 23-foot van. So we did extend it a little bit more than what we probably planned to start with. And the reason being is so when you get inside, you'll see the ensuite is awesome. There's heaps of room in there, doesn't feel crammed. And at the end of the day, 22'6" to a 23, it's not gonna make really an ounce of difference for you guys towing it, getting into places and things like that, all right? So we got our one-piece composite, sandwich paneling composite, the whole way through. Super strong, super durable, super light. All right, we call it the Eco-Light composite, Crusader composite. So there is no joints from here all the way to here. So it's one piece the whole way through. All right, so there is nothing at all where water can get in. And on top of that, because it's a closed cell composite, water can't soak into it. Which is awesome. So these are the things that when you start looking around and you go, well, a lot of people are building traditional type, and yes, the price is going to be better, but that's because they don't have the manufacturing processes that we got. And we have something else special, we just need to get approved, it might be out by the time you see this, is a factory walkthrough of us going through it. So that will show you the process, and you'll see why, and this van's actually in it. How's that? This van is in our factory, I just remembered. So this was getting built as we were in the factory, and you do see it. So yeah, it's really cool on that side. But the fact of it is that the processes Crusader have in place are absolutely insane, is the only word we'll use a describing word, in the fact of, and you'll see it, of how we build our vans and what's different. All right, so one piece roof as well, starts here and it goes all the way down to the back. No joins at all. You look on the roof and it's flat. All right, it's not wobbly, it's not silicon down, it's a sandwich paneling composite that's all the way through. We can walk on the roof. We don't recommend it, it's too high unless you've got your proper harnesses, but it's strong enough to handle that. Hail resistant. All right, so what that means is your hail storms, obviously not golf ball, because that's going to go through your roof of your house nearly. Well, probably not actually, but you never know. But that's the beauty of this stuff, is your normal hails, you don't have to worry about it. Okay, so your insurance comes down a lot with composite, which is awesome, depending on the insurance company. Terms and Cs apply. So, as we come through here, we've got a door, we've got another door, 2 doors, X2, Palace X2, remember that. But the beauty, I bet you Crusader is going to bring another name out, but let's try and make mine stick, all right? But the beauty of a 2-door bunk van. Now, let's talk about that. Like, why do you want 2 doors in a bunk van? Well, number one, if you got teenagers, they have their privacy. So, if we just mix up the walkthrough, not just outside, we come in here, there's a door here. So we can have that closed. Now, your kids have all their own privacy here, all right? So they got their bunks, they can play with their friends, they can run in and out of here, and they're not even disturbing you guys up there. So if it's a hot day, you shut that door, kids don't care about heat, normally, some do, most don't. They'll be playing with their friends. You guys are sitting in there with the aircon running. You picture this, you're sitting in there, your aircon's running, you've got your friends in there, you're playing a bit of cards, have a few drinks, enjoying it, don't even know it's hot out here, and your kids aren't even disturbing you, okay? How good's that? They're doing this. They're running here. You don't even know. You know, as you guys are just enjoying your life. So that is a benefit of a 2-door van, all right? And that's what people love. It also gives us a lot of flexibility, and we'll see that with the storage. We'll see it with the bathroom and all that when we get in there, of why we have a 2-door, all right? So it just gives flexibility. Yes, it's a bigger van completely, but it's a lot more usable if you have families and you've got kids, teenage kids or growing up, that you can, you know, they just run in and out, you don't have to worry about them. All doors obviously have our blinds, our mesh on that. It is a metal mesh, so it's a bit heavier duty than the other ones we used to use. And then we have our new Vivid wrap, as you can see. This wrap is awesome, it doesn't grab your hands, all right? So it is a very, very nice wrap. I've had very good results with that. And then we got external TV hutch out here. So you can have your TV here, 240 and also 12 volt in there, as well as a picnic table here. So you can see, it's a real lifestyle of having a van like this, because you've got your space, the kids have their space, you're not gonna get mixed together. You know, it's just a nice, easy way of going away. Maybe you're up the river, you guys are in there, kids are running in and out of that, they're making all that sandy, but in your living area, it's great. So all these little things, you know, I don't have kids that are big enough to run around yet, but having my wife, who's quite a clean freak, I would say, I'm sure she's not as clean as some people, but she's very clean normally, is that she would love that, because you're not tracking mud in there. You know, you can't stop kids tracking mud in there. So they have their own space to do that. So benefits like that. We got 2 external lights, all our windows, metal frame windows, all double glazed, so it's all insulated. And then we got stabilizers on each corner, so that will help a lot when you put them down to stabilize the van. We do not have the spare wheel on the back, so there's a bit of a difference. Because of the length, we thought, let's shorten a touch. So we've put the spare wheel underneath. Good, eh? How good's that? It's underneath, hidden. It's like a full drive, yeah? Your Land Cruiser and that, there's a thing you can wind it down, so same principle. Out, forget it, it's good. That saves roughly 400 mil of the length of the van, which is awesome. Camera, and then we have a 4-arm bumper on there as well, welded 4-arm bumper, which is awesome. As we come along, here's a interesting fact, and you'll see it in the tour of the factory. These will take 75 kilos each, those bars. Now that doesn't mean load them right up because that takes the bull weight off. So always mindful, whatever we do to the back, we need to keep the bull weight on. Okay? So it's super, super important we do that. Check out this storage. Have a look through there. That goes all the way through. You can get to it from inside, but you also have the great thing that you can put stuff out here and no one can touch it from inside as well. So heaps of storage. Again, these are the benefits of this layout, is we do have a lot of storage coming through here. Goes up, closes, it's all nice and neat, simple as. We got a grey tank, we have 2 fresh tanks on this van, we've got a water pump and we can isolate those valves. All right, so 2 100 litre water tanks, 1 100 litre grey tank, and they all sit on there beautifully like that. And the weights are right. That's a big thing of where we put the weights, because the wheel's under there. Every time Crusader build a van, they know where things have to be in the van for the weights for it to tow right. So it's so important that that's what happens, and it's important to know that because a lot of companies don't do that. Companies that are just trying to make as many vans as they possibly can, they don't make sure everything's right, all right? They'll just put more tanks somewhere or whatever that is. So it's important we know that. We've got our jacking point here, 1 on each side, jacks up the van. We've got independent suspension. I mean, that's becoming a standard now throughout everything, but that is an awesome thing. More height, more flexibility of where you go. All-terrain wheels, so thicker sidewalls. You can lower those pressures a bit more. They're a great thing there. We got a hot water service here, 28 litre stainless steel tank, no anodes to worry about, so you don't have to change them every year. It just stays like that, which is awesome. Battery on the outside, 150 amp hour lithium is what's included in this van. You can upgrade it. Again, with Crusader, everything is fully customizable, upgradable. You can do whatever you want. But as a standard, how this comes, it would power the van without an issue. We don't have inverters or anything, so it's not going to have big power draws. So 150 with 2 200 watt solar panels, so 400 up there is perfect. It'll just do exactly what you need, keep charged. And then the other side of the tunnel boot through there. As well as 240 inlet and our circuit breakers. And then one more thing to show you out here is 2 gas bottles on a slide out. Simple as that. How good's that? Let's go to the inside. Hey, you told me we're going through. Oh, we're going the wrong door. There's too many choices. Right, well, let's start up here then. All right, guys, welcome to the Palace X2. Maybe, there might be another name, but Palace X2. Let's live with it, grow with it. How good is this area? Let's just have a quick look through here, yeah? So, say there's 4 of you in a family. You can sit on this couch. Look at the room in this couch. You'll be able to fit you all in here. The bed's just up there, so if you don't all fit there, one can sit on the bed, but there's plenty of room through here. There's room there. I mean, if I had 4 people, I'd show you, but there's only one of me. How's that, eh? So, plenty of room in that couch. That's a really big thing. In a bunk van, to actually have room, this is why we've had to extend the van a bit, so there's a bit more room through some places, all right? This table, every which way you want it to go. If there's just 2 of you here, you're relaxing, whatever that is. So if you're in here playing cards with your friends or whatever you do, I don't know. But yeah, you can all sit here and enjoy as the kids have that door shut down there and you have to worry about them. So let's picture this, ready? You just keep watching. I'm gonna close this off. All right, and I'm gonna come up here. Where are we? We're on the river today. So we're sitting down here, we got the generator going, say, or you're plugged into power. You might be at Renmark Caravan Park right on the river, nice green grass, all right? Your kids, they're with their friends. They're in a nice caravan park, they can go to the water park, whatever, come back, get changed, do whatever they do, whisper to their friends, and you guys just sitting here, aircon running, all relaxing, all right? And look at this, nice clean floor. How good. You might even have a snooze. You can do whatever you want. The kids aren't interrupting you. Normally 1 entrance, everyone goes through it. Here, only the 1 way. All right, so I can picture it. If you can picture it, then we're all in it, aren't we? How good's that? So that's a major benefit to having how this setup is, all right? So as we look through, you can see there's plenty of room through here. So I'm gonna push this table back in, right, so queen size bed. It's 6'2" long. It's the queen width, so it's a bigger than normal, but it's an inner spring mattress. Inner spring in the bunks as well, which is great. And you can put your toppers on, you can upgrade your mattress, really whatever you want. You got your telly here, sitting over here. Maybe just come in and jump over there. I'm also the director, if you can't tell. Get over there, right, cut, let's go. So we got the telly here. All right, so if you're sitting on the couch here, you can watch it all. If you're in bed, you can watch it. It comes off, we never travel it up there. So that's nice and easy to use. You got a nice window there, you got a window there, windows here. It's a real open area, but it is so, I can't get over the fact that you've got all this as your own space, which is awesome. That's the biggest thing, is that when you see bunk vans, normally you don't have their own space, the kids are inside or whatever it is. So that's, I can't get over that fact, so it's an amazing thing. When my kid gets older, I think I might look at one of these X2s. Ooh, hang on, Palace X2. There might be a copyright somewhere, so we'll better just keep that quiet. But as we go through, we've got overheads above the beds. Look at all that space. You've got storage here. You can turn them into shelves if you want. You can have hanging space, whatever you want. Really, it's whatever you see and you love. In here, nooks, we got 240. We have USBs in there as well. Here, little undie drawer, or whatever you normally put in there. We don't go looking in there when you bring your van in for a service, by the way, so go for whatever you reckon. Or take it out. But then we have our 2 fans and we have our lights. All right, so nice. It's got everything you need. We got up here a little scupper vent. What this does, you put it up for attracting attention. No, I'm joking, it's like a flight attendant. No, this is here for pressure reduction. All right, so as you're on dirt roads, you put that up, it pressurizes inside here, and what it does, it works really well. It stops the dust coming in through the door vents, from the microwave vent, from the fridge vents, the whole works like that. So that's the beauty of that. A little thing, nice and loud, but you'll get used to that. This here opens like so, you can stop it anywhere. See that? It's so good. And then full blind like so, okay? We have little lights, so these are all, we've seen these before, but these are all dimmable. All right, so if we click these, they all go off. All right, so LEDs above and below. All right, if we hold these in, you can see it dims down and it'll dim up. We have our black pack that we've optioned up in here. As you can see, no drainer. You'll know I love no drainer. So not that it bothers me, but I love no drainer. I think it opens the whole bench space up. And then through here, we have our recessed stove. All right, so 3 gas, 1 electric, and 1 grill. You have to have the grill, you can't delete it. It's in there, but it's good. Toast, you can put some toast in. Do some chips, could you? I don't know. I don't cook a lot. You might be able to. And then we got blinds and a plant, and then full block out. So what's really cool, and it gets me nearly every time I go caravanning, is we shut all the blinds at night, as you normally would. And then when you wake up, you have no idea what the time is until you look at the clock, because it's all, might be light, might be dark, you don't know. Or you can open the window, but I normally look at my phone. So that gives you all that, which is nice. And then all soft closing drawers throughout, as you can see. Now, I did see a post the other day, which is intriguing, where they said, it was a weight guy, and he goes, don't trust the manufacturer's weight, because they're never right. And what that is interesting is this, right? Every single Crusader gets one of these. I probably show this every time, but it tells you exactly the weights. So let's go through the exact weights. Look, even tells you how much weight's on each side. So when you get vans that aren't evenly weighted on each side, you get some sways, you get just not sitting that nice. So let's go through this. The tow ball on this van, out of factory, when we do tears, that is empty weight. So it's no gas and no water. The mattress is in it. Go figure. A lot of people don't do that. Okay, we do. Mattress is in it. Everything you see is in it, just not the water or gas. The bull weight on this is 173 kilograms. The passenger side is 1,372 kilograms, which is 1,300, you know, and then the driver's side is 1,337. So what's that? A difference of 40 kilograms, not even that. and then the total is 2882. So for a 23-foot van with what we see in here, that's a pretty good weight. It's not a weight that you're gonna go and tow it with your smaller cars for sure, but cruisers, the Rangers, all those sort of ones, is not gonna be an issue. It goes to 3.5 ton ATM. So what's that? You have 620 kilograms, 618 kilograms you can load in here legally, right? Which is heaps, as long as your car can do it. But that gives you the carrying capacity of a van. Bunk vans, you need that. You need carrying capacity because kids want to take everything. You go away for Christmas, you're going to take the presents. You go away for Easter, people give presents now, crazy, but you can take Easter eggs, all right? So you got all that stuff that you take away, so you do need some space, some carrying stuff. It's not just your normal trips, it's every trip. Air conditioner, it's a 2800, all right? So it's a Horton Belair. They're a very good air conditioner. There's nothing at all wrong with them. They are a compressor type though, so they are noisier. You can upgrade it to a different one if you want. Overhead cupboards. All solar panels fused, which is nice. Provision for 3 more. How good is that? Hot water, 240, gas, camera, air conditioner, and lights. Okay, that's our light receiver. We're not going to go through that because you've got to buy a van and we'll go through that. There's an incentive. Under here, let's just have a quick look at this, Chris. So, if we look under here, you will see there's an S-bend under our sinks. But the biggest thing that a lot of people don't even realize is these are all proper pipes for a start, and they go to the edge. They're not going straight through the middle, okay? But a lot of people will just do like Sully hose, same stuff you put on the outside of the grey tank here, all right? Just straight down. Not us. It's proper plumbing. So there's benefits obviously for this in every way. Otherwise you'd see, if there wasn't, houses would have Sully hoses running everywhere because it's easy, it's cheap, whatever that is. So with these, water gets trapped in here, which, well, you know plumbing, I'm not going to explain plumbing, but you don't get the smells from the grey tank, which is nice. In all our sinks, and our shower has a one-way valve. Table drops down into a bed. What's this? A drawer under the seat. So many things. How good is that? Soft closing. A big pot drawer through there. Yeah, I know a lot of people love them. But now check this out. Wow. Wow. I know when something's surprising when Chris's face goes, it's like I'm selling a van every time, it's so easy. So, check that out. All the way down, that's an Excalibur type pantry. Alright, when you say Excaliburs, because that's only Excaliburs, check that out. It's amazing storage. And look at this, hang on, let's just do this. You close that, you've got your own area. This is a couple's van now. Alright, it's just 2 of you, you don't have to worry about those kids. This is your area, your space, you can do what you want here. Alright, through here, look at this. Freezer, fridge, all the way through. How good is that? Compressor. And lock it off. Crazy. Management system while we're up this end because it's a long way down there. No, not really. But Victron all the way through. We got, it's not a big system. It's all compatible to change it to go up more. Everything's there for it. You just got to change the cabling and change the stuff you put in there, yeah? But 30 amp solar controller, 18 amp DC to DC charger and a 20 amp AC charger. So it's going to do all you need in here. It's going to keep the batteries up while you run everything. Okay, so that's really cool. Now let's come back here. Check out this bathroom. Remember, hang on, you do this. You wouldn't even know we're in a bunk van now. Look at the room around here. Look at the space here. Normally a bunk, I know my van, you know, it's about there. So you've got all this extra space. Overhead cupboard. Sink, how cool is that little sink? It's like a mini little sink. But it's deep, that's so cool. Through here, look at the storage under there. Toilet. If I sat on this toilet, I've got room. Look at that, guys, I have room here. Alright, so that's really cool. And through here, look at the size of this shower. Let me get in here. Wow. I'm not gonna say what I said last time, but how good is that? There's room. It is so good, all right? And yes, you can actually bend down. You just, obviously, against the wall, it's easy, all right? So, and then comes the big thing. How good is this? So, check this out. 2 bunks in a spring mattress. You can put 3 in if you want, it's not an issue. Their own little hatch for light, their own fan up there, 2 lights, all right? Up here, storage, you're in the wrong spot. Let's do a swappy swap. So through here, check that out. That's all your washing machine stuff, sorry about that, but plenty of storage. Drawers like a normal Palace, so you know the same as what my van has through here. And then a 4 kilogram washing machine. All right? That's normal, I know, but how good is that? All right? And there's more, but wait, there's more. How good is that? Wow. Nice little drawers for the kids. That is so cool. And through here, more storage through. Look at that. You put your dog in through there. Look at that. It'd be a dog peeky hole. So that's a really cool area. And there's one more. All right. There's one more really sweet thing about this, and it's here. Look at that. I don't know if you can see that with that angle, but so much storage for clothes, for kids' clothes, for Christmas presents, for whatever it is. It's so cool. So we have so much in this van, as you would know, which is so cool. So there's your walkthrough of the Palace X2. Cameron Caravan special. We've made it, well, we've designed it for Crusader. Crusader designed it, we had an idea. So I'm not taking that credit. But yeah, so Crusader, as the biggest thing you could probably see from this is Crusader can change so much of their vans. Okay, we can put more doors in, we can put more, well, whatever you want, as long as we can do it. If you have an idea, we can do it. So, there it is, guys. Hope you enjoyed that. Any questions at all, get in touch with us, Cameron Caravans SA. Our website, www.cameroncaravans.sa.com.au. We have, this will be up there. We'll show you the price. There was a question last time, what's the price of it? We're not going to display prices through a walkthrough because this video you might watch 2 years down the track, it's going to change. So, if you want to know that, jump onto our website, get in touch with us. If you want questions, get in touch with us. We're happy to help with anything. All right, so Cameron Caravans, the people that use it, why would you trust us? Because we have our own. Well, we own all these, but we have our own as well as we use our own. All right, so massive thing. Anything at all, guys, yell out.